Hello again, and welcome back to the Hills to Hawkesbury News Roundup. Once again, I'm Josh, and I'll be walking you through what's been happening in our area during the last week. So without further ado, let's get started. The Orange Blossom Festival officially starts today, starting a month-long program of events in the Hills Shire that runs throughout the entirety of September. One notable aspect of this year's festival is the return of the street parade after several years at the Rouse Hill Town Centre, planned for Saturday, September 9th. Sydney Town Crier Graham Keating will be at the halfway point of the parade, positioned to proclaim good news to the crowds. The 82-year-old Graham is a world-class crier, with his deep booming voice having won the World Championship of Town Criers 5 times. He led the Orange Blossom Festival Parade in 1991, and he's extremely excited for this year's parade too. Alongside Graham will be numerous community-made floats rolling down the street, a gardening workshop, and a special performance from the Paw Patrol. The parade is shaping up to be one of the Hills Shire's biggest events this year. Don't miss it. Beloved community shop and creative space Hawkesbury Remakery is once again open after having to move out of their original shop in June of this year. Now located at 160 George Street, the Remakery is in the building that the old milk bar and butchers inhabited up until 1990 when it became a local bank. Its vibe is totally different now though, the space filled up with the work of heaps of local Hawkesbury creatives. Co-founder Liz Germani was deeply appreciative to locals for their support in getting the new location up and running. Though there's still quite a bit of work to be done in the building, it's great to have the Remakery back in business. Make sure to plan a visit to support the Remakery team before their planned grand opening in October. Roxburgh Park Rose Garden has been renamed Queen Elizabeth II Memorial Rose Garden. Hills Shire Mayor Peter Gangemi moved a mayoral minute in September 2022 following the long-reigning Queen's passing to rename a significant Hills Shire park, building or place in her honour. The Rose Garden has been a big part of the local community since its establishment in 1972 and is host to over 4,000 roses. It recently underwent a major renovation this year, and the mayor is glad to have the garden renamed after the late Queen. On Thursday, August 24th, the Mounties Care Flight helicopter was dispatched by New South Wales Ambulance to escort a woman in her 60s who had been injured while riding a horse in Lower Portland. The woman was found by RFS firefighters who provided the initial care and first aid, while the helicopter landed in a nearby paddock to treat her for back and pelvic injuries. She was lifted to Westmead Hospital in a stable condition soon after. Kellyville Public School, which was founded when the suburb was but a small farming community in the outskirts of Sydney, is now 150 years old. Like its suburb, the school has come a long way since its beginning, growing from just 39 students to more than 860, with many old students converging on the site to celebrate the momentous occasion. The school was transformed into a pop-up museum for Education Week. A time capsule from 1988 was also opened, and the school held a weekend fair and school concert at the Pioneer Theatre. Although many things have changed, the same sense of school pride and spirit remains unchanged in all those years in the local institution of Kellyville Public School. The New South Wales Volunteer of the Year Awards were held on August 22nd, where Hills and Hawkesbury locals took home prizes. The Northwestern Sydney Award Ceremony is part of a series of events that celebrates the work of volunteers all throughout the state, with the particular emphasis being on our area for this ceremony. The winners included Mercedes Durant from North Kellyville, who won for Adult Volunteer of the Year, and Noella Algie from Borkham Hills for Senior Volunteer of the Year for her work at Vinnie's. Story Factory's Jade Pinar also took home the Youth Volunteer Award, and Hills Relay for Life secured the Volunteer Team of the Year Award after raising $350,000 in their relay, the highest in Australia this year. It's great to see locals getting recognition for their hard work. If you've seen one of these signs around at a park in the Hills Shire recently, it means that you've seen the work of the Little Blue Dinosaur Foundation's Hold My Hand campaign, which seeks to raise awareness about the importance of little ones holding their parents' hands when crossing the road. Little Blue Dinosaur is a not-for-profit whose mission is to protect children from the dangers of roads and motor vehicles through the use of community education and road safety collaborations. CEO Michelle McLaughlin, who grew up in the Hills and founded the not-for-profit after the tragic passing of her son in a pedestrian motor vehicle crash, said that she's glad to see the vital signage in the Hills Shire. Keep an eye out for the signs and remember to be safe with your kids when crossing the road. Now, here's some events happening in the area across the next week. Help plant some trees in North Richmond on Saturday, September 2nd, with the event starting at 9 a.m. and wrapping up at 2 p.m. Attendance is free and tools are provided on site. Come and help cool down Sydney and create vital habitats for wildlife. The Orange Blossom Festival is kicking off this weekend, starting with the night markets at Castle Hill Showground on Saturday, September 2nd. They start at 4:20 p.m. and will be host to a wide range of food and stalls, as well as family entertainment from famous faces like Dorothy the Dinosaur. Bella Vista Farm is having another open day on Sunday, September 3rd from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m, also an event part of the Orange Blossom Festival. This time, Alistair the landscaper will shear the farm's sheep at 10 a.m. in a unique display for attendees. And as usual, there'll be plenty of other activities like a historic house tour for a gold coin, the trash and treasure stall, music performances, and children's games. Following the 5,000 trees planted for National Tree Day, the first bush care event for Wheelie Park in the Gables is also on Sunday from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. The group will be maintaining the plants and increasing the connectivity and habitat for local animals. Attendance is free, but make sure to register. And the Sydney Hills Youth Orchestra is performing a concert on Tuesday, September 5th at the Pioneer Theatre, playing the works of Mozart and Beethoven. This is a wonderful way to support local talent and hear some great classical music. And that's all for this week's News Roundup. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time. This is Josh, signing off.